Hey, everybody. Welcome to Relay. It's Chicago Marathon Week. My name is Matt Chittum, and I'm joined by Erika Kemp, Kofuzi, Peter Bromka, and, of course, the legendary Tommie Runz. Tommie, thank you so much for joining us. We are so glad that you could be on the show today. I'm so excited. We got our Chicago Marathon draft. So how we're going to do it is really simple. We're each going to pick 5 runners in either the men's or women's race. It does not matter. We're going to have cross-country scoring for our top 4 runners. So say Tommie was to get the first runner in the men's race and the first runner in the women's race. Those people would add up to 2 points. And then the lowest score wins. People who are familiar with cross country know this. And if you are not, I'm not sure why you're listening to this podcast, but thank you so much for joining us. That is for sure. Does anyone have any prognostications or things that they think crazy could happen this weekend before we get into the draft that might not be related to the people they will be drafting?
All right, I'm gonna put this out there. I think that the American and/or area record for men's could go down. I think it's likely that it'll go down, and I think that there is a non-zero chance that it won't be Connor Mans.
Oh, here we go.
What does that mean?
It means that Mike and I have the same draft board is what it means.
It means that the record's going to break. That means the record will fall and it will be Connor Mans. Is that what you're saying?
No, he's saying
No, non-zero. It could be someone else.
Non-zero.
I think it could be someone else taking down the area record.
Have you
I like
guys?
that.
The area
Double
record
negatives
is
is
the
crazy.
Canadians.
And they may or may not be connected to where we're going to have the future Summer Olympics. That person could have run
Erika,
well in that
it's helpful to remember that these two men who are prognosticating are terminally on YouTube, so they might be influenced by the content. That's
The
If
YouTube
they don't have a
algorithm.
strong YouTube or Instagram presence, I don't know about that running.
yeah, like whatever. Well, my day is made because I was not looking at these fields until just recently, and I saw that Matt Richmond is running another marathon. I literally went down the rabbit hole a couple weeks ago and was like, where's our, great American hope? He shot onto the scene last winter and then I hadn't seen him ever again. So I'm happy to see he's back at it.
Maybe he's been training.
Feel like that's what Matt was referring to.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So will you introduce us to our draft order based on astrology?
Well,
All right. So it's partially based on astrology. Erika Kemp got the first pick as chosen by Tommie Runz. And then
Thank
Tommie
you.
abdicated all responsibility for future draft picks. So then we went into month birthday order after that. So Erika is going to lead us off.
I'd like to announce, so that was my best pick of the day so far of this whole thing is picking Erika to go first. That's all. Everything else after this is straight guess and nonsense from me, guys.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay. It's some really good sucking up. I'm not sure to what ends, but I
I
certainly
don't know.
appreciate it. All right. So it's Erika. I'm picking second. Who's third? Peter.
Mhm.
I'm
Then
fourth.
Tommie finished up with Mike. We're doing a snake draft, which means we go through in numerical order, 1 through 5 in the first round, then 5 through 1 in the second round to eliminate any, shenanigans. If someone gets the first pick, then he gets to have easily the best team. We will see. With that said, Erika, you are on the clock. Who is your pick?
Okay, so my first pick is going to be... Who do I want to pick first? Because I also
know,
feel like no
it's
one's going to pick
painful.
any of my picks. Not any of them.
love
But you're
this.
like, who do I need to get first? But do I care? Honestly, I'm going to go with Zuhair Talbi.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Right.
Great pick, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I am not 100% clear on is his nationality right now, like who he's competing for. Because I swear I saw something where he was trying to switch to the US and he has competed in a couple US championships in the last 6 months, but his World Athletics as of today still says Morocco. So that is unclear, but that also does not matter in the context of the Chicago Marathon because if he wins, he wins.
He wins.
But I'm going with him because I like to go based on all my picks are kind of based on momentum. And he won the Chicago half over the summer. So I feel like he built some really good course karma and he has a lot of good momentum right now. So I'm hoping he can double it and
love this.
do something great on Sunday.
I also don't know. That's the question I was asking earlier off camera or before we recorded. I was like, if he runs the American record time, does that count as an American record? I feel like he's definitely going to be. I mean, I think on Sunday we could easily see a pack of dudes going after the area record. And that's going to be super exciting. And the camera's probably not going to be on.
Oh, I see.
But yeah.
Fair.
I like it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring my
super excited.
bicycle. I'll be out there with a camera right next to him. Don't worry, guys.
Tommie, are you coming?
I plan on being there. I'm staying.
Okay.
I'm staying in your living room. So I mean,
If you want to come over, you can. It's a commute, though. But you can come over.
Wait, his Instagram profile says Boston Marathon, 5th place, American flag.
Right. I
Which-
want to say it was like a very recent, like this January maybe, but I couldn't
Okay.
like find the official poster release. But he also ran the 25K champs and the 20K champs, which like you have to be competing for the US to like be in those races. So doesn't change my pick, but would be super exciting. I think he's going to run super well.
All right.
Well said.
okay.
All right. Like you, I don't know who to pick. I feel like the top 10, basically top 5, top 5 women, top 5 men. I feel like it could be in any order. This is literally like, I don't know who's healthy and who's feeling great. So I'm just going to, do a shot in the dark. With that being said, going back and forth, I'm going to pick Jacob Kiplimo. Dude is just straight speed. He has run a marathon before, which is great, and run it at a high level, finished on the podium. Half marathon world record holder. And because of the strength of the field, he can just lay back and stay in the pack, which I think is going to be a huge help to him as someone who maybe doesn't have some of the marathon chops as some of the other people in this field. So I think it does kind of take the pressure off for the first half if he wants the pressure to be taken off. But the fact of the matter is this race is always scorching fast. So, you basically get to set your half marathon PR on the first half of Chicago anyway. But with that said, I'm taking Kiplimo.
He's such a good runner. Do you ever see him on certain people on Instagram? You're like, no, that doesn't seem right. Like, that's too fast. Like, what's he doing? I just want to make sure that whoever is like maybe at the elite press briefing, someone needs to tell John Career that he was not selected first in our draft, but that Peter Bronco selected him. I won't be there, but I hope someone else is able to impart, like, hey, John. Because I think I'm on record on the Relay podcast. Like, just seeing John run like gives me joy. He seems like he moves with a grace that I'm like, oh, look at that guy roll. So yeah, I want him on my team.
It's on the
Well,
record.
he's on there. He's on
All
there
right.
then.
All right.
It's on the record.
I'll make sure when I'm pacing with him, I'll let him know that you.
Yeah,
There's a market
Hey.
inefficiency right now. 3 dudes have been selected.
I
There's
know.
a market inefficiency.
I know.
So yeah, thank you for that. I'll jump over. I'll go a lady.
Don't make it awkward.
I mean, it felt like it was like an alley oop that I was not gonna catch. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Here's
I'm just
to
gonna
you,
go.
lady.
This is
Here,
what Tommy's like out
lady.
at the bar. He's like, hello, lady.
Hi, how are you?
And the women are like, just keep
Yeah.
moving. Just keep moving.
I just looked the other way. I'm gonna go based on speed, just because. I mean, it's a no brainer because we're talking about who's gonna be the fastest, but Chicago's a fast course historically, and so I'm just gonna go with the fastest time on the board. Gertu Alemu. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going with that one. I don't know what that was. He was like,
Because I was going to
felt
pick
like-
her, but not for the same reason.
okay, well, your reason's probably
Tommy
better.
needs your support.
Your reason's probably better. You have more of a reason, but mine is just straight up on speed. Hopefully, it's a good day in weather-wise, so they can just go for it and let the fastest lady win. And that's what I'm doing. I'm backing out of this.
Erika, you want to help him out? Give him a little context?
Yeah,
I was
do
just
some
going to say,
context.
like, I was going to pick her because she won Valencia. So she just recently won a very fast marathon.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
yeah. That's
girl
what I'm
knows how
saying.
to win on a fast course.
Yeah,
But
we
she
go.
also happens to be like the top seed.
yeah.
Angie finished 3rd in Chicago in 2023.
There
She
we go.
knows
That's
the
what I'm
course.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Great pick.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, Mike, you got 2 in a row.
All right, I'm going to stay on the women's side. I'm going to go with Irene Cheptai for my first pick.
Right?
Yeah, you get 2.
Tommy's
And
so
then-
jealous of this.
To snake it back around, I'm going to go back to the men's side for Cyprian Kotut.
Okay, hold on. What? Hey, can you give some reasons?
Irene Cheptai is one of the only names that I recognize on the top of the women's field, so that's going to be my real honest answer there. And then for Cyprian Kotut, he's the second fastest guy on the men's field who I've interviewed before. So I'm going to go with that. But he's been running well. He raced well in Boston the last 2 years. He ran in, I believe did he run? Yeah, that's one of the ones that really stand out to me. So he's been running well for Adidas. And so I feel like he's set to hit the podium. I have him on my podium for this year.
Okay. Good job. Yeah, so it's me again. Hi, guys. Tommie Runz here. I'm ready for this moment.
You seem
I'm gonna
nervous.
go.
I don't know.
No, yeah, I'm always nervous and stuff like this because then I just feel, I don't know why I'm under pressure here. I'm going to go with something that's more of an emotional pull and like, I hope this happens. I don't, whatever. Conor Mantz is my next pick.
Ooh, you are.
And the reason why I say this is because I know nothing about the other stuff that you guys are probably going to say that makes a lot of sense. But I've always really liked the way that Conor Mantz runs, and he definitely changed like that whole, it seems like he's like, forget the whole like second pack thing. I'm going to go out with the front, and I'm just going to race it. And I'm not just going to say the American time, this and that. I'm going up front. And so hopefully
We call that the Susanna Sullivan here on the Relay podcast.
Well, no, she drops the lead.
She
pack.
crushes. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
The biggest surprise so far is that Erika Kemp didn't pick a Brooks athlete to start the podcast.
Well, I mean,
I thought they'd be biased, and we don't have any women.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my pick. I'm going with Conor.
Well, I am going to add to my team of Feel Good Fast Friends. That's my tentative team name by adding Bashir Abdi. Bashir Abdi, great runner and also seems filled with joy. I've seen him, watch him cross finish lines around the world, and here we go. So I'm wishing him well. He's on my team.
That was a great pick. That was almost who I chose the first go around. No disrespect to John Career, but I love watching Bashir. Your description of like some of these other runners. Like I talk people watching Bashir Abdi run. I'm like, I love how this guy runs. I just think it's fun. Anyway, I'm going to pick Hawi Fesa from Ethiopia. So she has the second fastest PR on the women's side. In addition to that, she is the Frankfurt Marathon champion, and she finished third in Tokyo. So she's also 2017 cross-country champ. I thought obviously when you're talking about someone who run fast to Tokyo, I feel like there's some obvious parallels with this course. So that's my pick.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here we go. And you get to go twice.
You got to pick two.
Okay, so the thing about me and things like this, like fantasy things, is I have no intention of like trying to win.
Nice.
I understand that it's scored, but it's the same way I do like whenever I play like Pokemon. Like I'm not concerned about having the strongest team to beat the game. I want a team that I love.
Okay.
So like I really like Zuhair. He was a great first pick, and I think he's going to compete really well. But my second pick is just because I have a lot of like faith in this person that like they're on the verge of a massive breakthrough, and it's a debut. So I think it's going to be really fun to watch. And I'm going with Aubrey Frenthway. She just won I'm pretty sure she won the 20K. She ran super well. She's had like this incredible like blossoming over the last like year. And I know that whole group in Utah has been working really hard and training really well. And her and Emily Venters are about to make their like big debut. I'm only going to pick one right now. And I'm thinking Aubrey's going to have like a debut for the record books.
I think that's worth touching on. The sheer amount of talent training in Utah right now. That's like, just you see all these videos and Strava files. They can't help but be sharing, like be getting wiser as a collective, I imagine. I think there's probably a lot of like, no, don't do that. Like, do this other thing. Like, oh, you were just going to not take gels for the first 5 miles because you came up with that? No, don't do that. So I'm excited for that for like all those athletes. They're probably borrowing from each other.
Right,
I get two.
You get two.
Nice. Okay. I think for my third, this is a personal pick, but this is also my team, so I can do whatever I want. I'm going to take Andrew Colley, who for some reason is not like officially on any start list I could find, but I promise you he's 100% ready to race the Chicago Marathon.
Wow. Insider knowledge. I love it.
And he's had an incredible last year of racing. He won Manchester Road Race. He's really like given a lot of these guys a run for their money on the roads. We were actually college teammates, and I watched this man finish 4th at NCAA cross off of 2 workouts outdoors. He was literally on the underwater treadmill all season. And like, I've just never met a more talented runner. Like, if he is in one piece, he is such a scary talent. And he's been so healthy this past year. I think it's gonna be a great day for him. So I'm going with Andrew Colley.
I like this. We had a lot of hype for him leading into the trials because he was like on this little upswing, and we were like, will we see it? He didn't quite have that day, but we'd love to see it happen.
All right. So I was hoping to get one of these two people. Mike already grabbed Cyprian Kotut, 3rd at Boston, who I was like, all right, if you can run 3rd at Boston, this is gonna feel great. But Mike already grabbed him, so I'm gonna go with another 3rd place. This is someone who finished 3rd last year in Chicago, and that is Amos Kiprutu. So I'm going to pick him, PR of 2:03:13. Obviously, you have the course knowledge as well, which is really nice. I love the idea of like someone getting close and then going just over the top. So I love that vibe, especially when people come back to the same race over and over again. I feel like there also is like that idea of like, all right, like I feel comfortable here. So I think that's a nice vibe as well. So Amos Kiprutu is my third pick.
This next pick is brought to you by Road to the Trials. Great podcast. You should check it out. Where I sat with Dakota Poppin and had her look us straight in the eye and tell us how much she's been training, how strong she is, and how fired up she is for the Chicago Marathon. She's on my team. And thank you for the permission, Erika. I think I can get anxious as well about making the perfect pick. This is who I want on my team.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'll jump in here with the perfect pick.
Okay.
No, it's just I just like following her on Instagram. Mary Nagugi Cooper.
Oh,
yeah.
Tommie, we're done.
I'm
actually livid right now.
I love following her on Instagram, and I love what she's doing with the young ladies where she is from, and I can't wait to see her have the day that she wants to have.
She is very experienced.
You need to get get Erika a draft consultant. If you felt that strongly, you should have taken her with your last pick. You went literally off the professional board to draft Andrew Colley.
But as long as they get drafted, it's fine.
Okay.
Like, I knew she would be drafted. I'm just like hoping.
The way that you do this draft, I would not mind for you could lead the country. I'd be okay with it. You're very thoughtful.
Well, I mean, it's Mary Nagugi. Like, someone's going to pick her up. So I wasn't worried about her not being mentioned. And, like, she absolutely deserves to be mentioned. I've been such a huge fan for forever, but would have been sick if you left her for the next round.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We're picking 4 or 5?
5.
5 total? Okay. And so I'm going to have picks 3 and 4 right now?
Yeah.
All right. From the women's side, I'm going to pick Callie Hogger-Thackeray. I think she's been racing really well all year long, and she's had a lot of range on the track and on the roads. And as a side bet, I think she's going to place higher than her husband is going to place in this race.
He's actually pacing her.
Oh, is that what's going on? Okay. Because I saw him on the list. I was like, all right, well, that's pretty funny.
If he paces
I don't know
her
why.
all
I
the way
mean, the
through.
bet can still stand. She can outkick
Yeah.
him.
What if he paces? What if she drops him right at the end?
Well, hopefully she does by a lot.
Mike is a betting genius. This bet is gonna hit.
I like this. I asked him, I think after we stopped recording, I mean, there's the sort of like how far you're supposed to go as a pacer who's been hired by the race. And I'm like, but if it's your wife, like there's probably a little more like, sorry, hon, like legs are falling, the quads are shot, like, I mean, it'd be like, babe, you left me there for like the final 5K on my own. Like, I don't know. He's like, yeah, we'll see. He's like, I'm basically going to run in as long as I can. So
They might as well stay together. They're in the same car back home. I mean, there's no reason to disengage.
She has to wait for him anyways. Yeah, exactly. Like, come on. All right.
Okay. And then for my 4th pick, I'm going to go with Rory Linkletter.
That's where we love to see it.
Nice.
Darn it, Mike! I was gonna pick him.
I once heard Mike say that Rory might be his favorite running YouTuber on an interview with Rory.
Did I say that?
I think you might have hyped it as your favorite. You said, oh, no, maybe it was a question you asked him. You said something like, "Are you the best running YouTuber out there?" or like something like that. Because his YouTube was like getting going. It was like a year and a half ago, and you were like trying to pump up his channel.
Before Clinton
I asked him. I made him take a quiz where he thinks he is on the fastest marathoning YouTubers. That was pretty fun.
I think that was smart.
Rory's been training like crazy. He's been head down. And so I know he would have had to have turned down the world championships to be able to run here. And so
Yeah.
I feel like he's got his eyes on the prize. I think it's going to
And
be.
he's going for the Canadian record, isn't he?
I think it's going to be. I think he's going to be in that pack. You know, like Zuhair, Connor, Rory. I'm so excited to see that.
I know that we get more about these people's lives because of YouTube and they tell stories and we get more backstory, but I was also looking at a Rory video recently being like, we are getting live coverage of an athlete's peak where he seems like he's training at a not ever sustainable level. Like he is really firing on all cylinders right now. And I'm like, man, this is super fun that it's documented because I just don't know how long an athlete can hang in that zone. Because he was like, yeah, I'm going for the Canadian record. I'm like doing more workouts and more mileage than I've ever done. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm here for it as a fan.
He's
It's
always
like,
he's got some good tunes too.
well, yeah. So
Yeah, it's always important for training.
it'll be fun to see. Does he have like people riding next to him or is he just like blasting?
I mean, like I don't even know if he has a good for training, but he posts them well. He picks
yes.
good songs on Instagram.
Stuff.
So I
Alright.
like the content.
There
You
we
know,
go.
It's more for me. Sorry. All right. So for my fourth pick, I'm gonna try to stick with that like pack that we're thinking will be that around that area record. Did we pick Matt Rich? What is it, Reichman or Rickman? Rickman, yeah.
You shouldn't be
somebody
able
said
to pick it.
Yeah.
Somebody
Sorry,
said
denied.
Richmond. No, someone
didn't
said
stick.
Richmond. Peter said Richmond earlier,
I think
and
I
it threw me
mispronounced
off.
his name. It really
Yeah,
throws
so
me
I'm
off.
like, well, maybe I thought I was wrong. But no,
I
it's just
swallowed
Peter.
the
Peter's
T,
wrong.
you
It's fine.
swallow the CH.
All right. Well, Matt, that guy, Matt.
I am so excited to watch this dude race. This is like one of my favorite storylines of this race because he shook everybody up when he did what he did at LA. I think I've told the story many times. And a lot of people a lot of other people have told the story as well. But basically, when that release came across that he had won LA and the time he did, I thought it was a misprint. Like I just could
Yeah.
not understand how how anyone could run that fast in that course. It's an incredibly challenging course. And the fact that I was like, who is Matt Rickman? I don't understand. I'm flabbergasted on both sides of this. And I just can't wait to see what he does in this race. I think this is going to be so exciting.
One of my favorite people in the world's name is Matt. So I'm like, might as well just pick this up. guy.
Tommy's always working an angle. Guys,
He's
I would
obviously
not-
not talking about me, Peter.
Not
Let's
Matt
just be
Chittum.
real here.
Not Matt Chittum.
I would not have gone into this draft knowing my friendly fast friends was going to emerge, but Joffrey Cameron being on my team I'm happy about it. I know that he's not quite at the era of his powers of a few years ago, but what a good dude.
I almost
the way you
thought, like,
pick your
wait, is this the
teams.
New York list? Because I just associate him with the New York
Yeah.
City Marathon so heavily
Yeah.
that at first I thought I brought up like the wrong Excel sheet.
No, it's like that training group has had some success on that course, so I can see why. But yeah, it's gonna be great. Who's picking Galen? Come on,
I mean,
I know
yeah.
no one's mentioning it.
former champion.
I think there's just a
That's it.
tune
That's all you
up.
need to know. Shoot, I had all my money on Rickman for this next pick, and then I just got it taken. All right, can I do a quick little aside? Just because his name is right here, I'm sure we're all probably looking at it on the release. I love CJ Albertson as a runner and as a person. I've had many conversations with him. It makes me nervous that he's going to be running this race so quickly after World Championships, a race that he obviously put everything into. He really suffered on that day, and then to come back so quickly for Chicago. I know he's otherworldly in terms of like his, what he does in training and the mileage he puts in, and he does every little 1% thing. And
This
I
will
think
lead
it's
up
awesome.
to a pick or just wave us off.
No,
I
it's not a pick.
just like I would normally pick him here.
He
It
just
just
feels
makes me
bad.
nervous. I'm personally nervous. I
Yeah.
think, like how we talked about Rory before, like he's putting everything in. So how's it going to like shake out in the long term? I feel like with CJ, it just, again, I want to pick him here. I think he's an awesome dude. It makes me nervous that he's still running this race after the World Champs, which obviously was a really hard race for him. And it's just like, man, it's just a lot. There's a lot for a guy who does a lot. Like there's never an off season with CJ. It's not like he's
Erika.
ever like been like, hey, I had a good 6 months of recovery. I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm thinking of starting a marathon league where, the athletes run a race every week, but CJ is the only athlete I would draft into that league. I think this would because my friends have a lot of feelings about CJ Albertson, and they're like, we've sort of landed on that he has his otherworldly ability I know for him, he wishes it was like a 2:04 marathon, but it turns out that it's a ability to recover and run just world-class marathons again and again and again. So Matt, I have a little more hope than you, but here we go.
Hopeful. I just
Yeah.
worry. Anyway,
You're
who I'm
anxious.
picking, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, so I'm just going to say Hiroto from Japan.
Good pick. I was looking at him.
He's my guy. I'm excited to pick him. So there we go. He's number 4.
Nice.
And now, is it me? My
Yes.
last
Yes,
two?
the last 2.
I'm finishing my team?
Dear. Well, we might add some locker room presences. We could go 6 if someone wants to throw in a 6.
Matt threw in his 6 already.
True.
Yeah, no one's going to pick CJ. It's going to get awkward. Like, no,
Yeah.
he's on your team.
Oh, man.
Okay, so first one, for the record, none of my picks are in any particular order,
Okay.
but I gotta put Casey Klinger on there. Another debut. So I'm going to have 2 debut picks on my team. There's just something so special about a debut. If you have a great day, because it's like the first one, it's almost like better than like all the other marathons you'll ever run, because now you know how awful the marathon is. But that first day, if everything clicks, it's like, it can really be magic. So for Brooks, for Casey, he's a great athlete. And I think he's ready for it. So I'm hoping Casey has a magical debut, because that'll also help my team.
Yes.
And then my last
Stage
pick,
5.
And he has that Utah presence. He's going to build on the awareness of his fellow athletes, training partners.
yes. And then my last pick is gonna go to Gabby Rooker. I think she's definitely due for a big performance and a big PB, and the vibes have just been high all summer. And I think she's in a really good headspace. She's had really good training. I think she has everything that it takes to have a great day in Chicago. I mean, her last long run post literally was captioned "Vibes are high," and I'm like, I'm putting my money on her.
Whenever somebody uses the words vibes to describe their training, it's always good.
That's all you need. I don't want to hear your splits. Just tell me what the vibes are like. Like, I want a
Vibes are-
vibe check
vibes
on
are
your long
dope.
run.
Vibes are
Exactly.
dope.
She will definitely have some fans out there, Midwest. They roll up for her. And I also feel like she probably was super fit for Boston, but she posted about anxiety, like how it didn't go well. So like has that rebound effect, has the potential for a really big building up 2 cycles. All right. Matt, are you done? No, I'm confused.
Yeah, one more.
I am not done. I'm just trying to pronounce this name correctly because I'm excited about it. 2023 World 10,000 meter bronze medalist making a marathon debut, Yehu Taye.
All right.
So I remember that race well. I don't remember it well enough for how they pronounced her first name during the race, but I remember being really excited about the race. She ran really well, and I'm excited for this marathon debut. Obviously, with the marathon debuts, it's hard. It's kind of like, how's it going to go? Well, I think especially with like the fueling stuff, you never know how it's going to go, but we'll see what happens. We didn't mention this off the top, but I did check the weather. Looks like the weather is going to be fine, especially for people who are in the elite field, who are starting out the race, as early as possible. And maybe some amateur runners who are going to be stuck in some 70-degree sunny heat. That could be a little bit trying, but it's going to be 50 degrees overnight with a high of 70. So, which means for the elite pro field heading out, you're going to get like pretty decent shade in the city to start. And then weather probably high 50s, low 60s for much of the race, which again, it's not 42, but it's not the world champs either. So maybe that would help a debutante.
If you're looking for sympathy about the temperatures being warmer than maybe optimal, do not look to Erika Kemp. We covered this before recording. No sympathy available. Time to perform like a professional.
It's just too soon. I'm sure like 6 months from now, I'll be also complaining that like 60 is so hot.
You'll be like,
What
man,
do
oh
you
man.
got?
My God.
Did someone pick Galen yet?
Not until this guy.
That's your
Former
sign
champion.
here.
He's a former
That's your
champion.
sign.
champion.
The same person who wanted Centrowitz on his team. I feel like
Yeah, when was
gotta
that?
pick up.
You got to pick up.
Someone,
That
no,
was
no, no.
hysterical.
We are not finishing this podcast till someone puts Matthew Centrowitz on their team because he is
Is
running
he
his,
racing?
I thought you were gonna
he is
He last
racing the marathon.
I thought you were
The
going to say
man-
Matthew Centrowitz Jr. I'm like, he's got a kid that's racing?
I mean, he is Matt Centrowitz Jr., so it'd be Junior. What's his son's name? I actually don't know.
Cinch.
You're literally a writer. You don't know what?
No idea.
The third.
But I don't know if
Sandra is the
I don't.
third.
But is
Is he?
his
Yeah.
You don't
child's
say
name
junior,
Matthew?
junior.
I know. I'm
wait,
sorry.
wait, what? He's a junior?
Okay, let me
Yes.
slow this down.
Okay.
He paced Matthew
I'm the
Centrowitz,
third.
the gold medalist, paced one of the women's packs last year, and I watched him like he ended up like slowing down from pace to just jogging right in front of me, and I was like, "Welcome to the marathon." And he looked at me like, "Whoa, that was rough," and he jogged it in for something still pretty quick. But if you follow him on Instagram, the man can't stop training hard, so he is on the start list for the Chicago Marathon. But I have no idea what his expectations are.
He's
Hopefully
always
you
got
guys
You're
a clean
picking Galen
haircut.
Rupp?
Just pick Matt Centrowitz then. Put him on your.
I know, just pick Matt Centrowitz. Go
Friends.
ahead.
Okay, but what
That's
if
what
he
you really
runs
want.
like 2:08 out of the masses?
I know, right? Like,
Like
Busted
upset of the
away.
day.
man. Wait,
It
Erica,
would
have I
be
told you
upset
my
for him.
wave start at Chicago? My buddy 2 years ago, it was leading up to the trials. He was certainly quick enough as a 2:18 marathoner to make it into ADP, but for whatever reason, he didn't make it in the American Development Program. So he was the front of wave one, which starts 1 minute, I think, after. So they fire the gun, then they fire the gun again, right? And he takes off. He catches the OTQ hopefuls by halfway. So then at like mile 18 or so, mile 16, they're like, "All right, we got to go." And he's like, "No, I'm good." And they're like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm a minute
I already
ahead of you
banked a
guys."
minute.
I banked a minute on you all. But they're like, "Oh,
That's
God."
how I
'cause-
run.
Yeah, exactly. Get out hot.
That's what I do.
I think he ran 2:16 that day, which would not qualify you anymore. Yeah, Galen Rupp's on my team. I think it's just he
Okay.
needs a safe place. He'll perform better with it being on, a welcoming party.
Area record, Galen Rupp.
I mean, I got word that they thawed him. I got word that they thawed him out like a month ago, so he's probably loose and ready to go. Bro does it. Bro hasn't aged in like 20 years. All right, so let me see. With my last pick, okay, not Matt Centrowitz. Matt, I need you to turn your microphone on. Every time Matt laughs, I have to laugh, and it just makes me seem like I'm just laughing for no
Yeah, like
reason.
you're laughing at your own jokes. Yeah.
Yeah, like okay. All right, I'm gonna go with Natasha Rogers.
No, I'm so glad you did, but she was going to be my honorable mention.
She is an absolute fighter, and I love watching her race. I love the way she grinds it out. Like, so she's in the mix anywhere with like 4 or 5 miles left. I feel like she'll be there till the end, and I think she's gonna have a really good day. This is her
Love
World
that.
Marathon Majors debut too. So
This
she's
is
hyped.
her like return to the marathon form. Her interviews about the marathon have been wild. She's like, she came off the World Championships in 23 and was like, "I have been getting by on fake fitness and not working hard enough." I was like, "God, you're really hard on
Natasha
yourself."
Rogers. Same.
Sounds like
She's
some
like-
Hansons. Sounds like some Hansons talk.
I
Yeah, I was
love
like,
her
didn't-
so much.
So intense. I'm like, don't you think you just ran at the World Championships in the 10K?
You did pretty good.
You're pretty good.
It's also
athlete.
such
She's
a
like,
flex on your competitors who you beat. Like, oh, you trained hard for that race? Oh, God.
yeah. She's like,
Sucks to
"I
be
just
you."
been." I'm excited. It's like Gabby coming off a bad race. She's a little further in that progression, but after being humbled at the trials, then the low stakes PR, and now this hopefully a high stakes PR. Sorry, Tommy, that was just me pontificating on your pick.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind. Pontificate away.
Mike, you gotta do right by us here because there's one pick left, and it would be really embarrassing if we had a winner not get selected. So make sure
Matthew
you
Centrowitz.
really nail this one.
Centrowitz.
I was gonna go with Natasha, but since Tommy picked Natasha, I'm gonna go with the debut. I'm gonna go with Emily Venters. I saw her race in Atlanta earlier this year, and she was really sticking her nose in it. And she's been training with that Utah group. From what I could see from afar, it looks like things are firing on all cylinders. So she could have a really big day.
Is this the most debut marathon picks we've had in? Like, there's like 5 debut marathon picks in our thing.
Yeah, in our draft. That's interesting.
So basically, if you're listening to this and Chicago's your first race ever,
You ready to rock?
just go all out because you never
Yeah.
know what's gonna happen. This could be your day.
I do like this draft that we've done because we're not too beholden to the stat sheet. There's definitely some crushers that remained undrafted, but
So like Timothy Kapliga, did something happen? Is he hurt? No, we don't know about it. Like, he's got the second fastest time, and we all just like zoom right past that one.
we're like,
Not
huh.
interested.
Yeah. Erica said it.
This is what you get for letting me pick first.
Yeah. She set a tone,
Well,
and we built on that tone.
there are a couple of picks in here that I was like, I would put money on that these people would get chosen by these individuals. And some of that didn't pan out. I would have lost that bet. I definitely had money on Peter taking Galen Rupp. That was definitely, I feel like that was
Felt
like
I had to.
that was probably negative
That's my
odds
5.
on
Okay.
DraftKings. I would have had some serious monopoly money on Kofuzi taking Philly Bowden with the YouTube to
She's
YouTube.
Did she get
injured.
hurt?
She's injured.
She got
You
hurt.
haven't seen your algorithm needs to update.
That's it. See, I'm following the wrong people. I'm
No, Matt.
into the micro influencers. If you have more than 100 followers, I'm out. And
I would have.
I want you holding your phone while you're running, or else I'm out.
I would have put her on my team, but she's hurt, so she's not running.
Gotcha.
Hopefully, she's still coming, but probably not.
It's a real bummer. Like I guess she fell on a trail run weeks and weeks ago, and then they think that I was like, oh, this is the downside, Kofuzi. Like we get emotionally invested in these athletes who tell their stories, and then we have to. The disappointment emanates out to the
I thought you were
audience.
going to say that was like the downside of trail running. And I was going to be like, yeah, like totally.
Totally. Do not leave the pavement. It's ill-advised. All right. Who's on your team, Tommie?
All right. Want me to break down the teams here?
Or
I got
just
on my
like
little Excel sheet.
Who would you want to, honorable mention? Throw them on there.
Me?
Throw them some flowers. Yeah.
I got lucky this
Okay.
time because nobody really picked who I really wanted to pick other than Abdi. Like I really wanted. I was gonna pick Bashir Abdi, but you got him. So that's it.
I want to see. I'm going to throw some love to Colin Mickow, who runs just an ungodly amount of miles right there in the Chicago area, and he's just like, come on, man, I gotta have a breakthrough. So I'm rooting for him. You look at his
Makes
Strava
sense. I would
graph,
say
and you're like,
there were 2 Americans that were on the press release who were not taken in the draft. Usually we do skew a little more patriotism in some of these drafts. And those were, let's see here. Actually 3, sorry. Lindsey Flanagan.
well,
And
And
She's hurt.
Maggie Montoya and Ryan Ford.
Yeah, I think Ryan Ford was surprised that he slipped through.
I think my whole team is U.S. athletes.
we are a member of
Yeah,
Team
let's see here.
USA. You are.
No, that's
Yeah.
not true. You got a Morocco athlete, right?
Oh, well, no.
Sumar?
Unclear.
We don't know.
We're pretty sure
that
he's
was the unclear.
officially,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Someone told me that he is an Army reservist.
Okay.
So that's why
Okay.
he-
That would
I
make
just
sense.
vividly remember seeing a release about him formally switching over.
Yeah, I thought I saw him post something about it.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, that makes the American record hunt very interesting.
And he said 5th American at Boston, which would be a really random thing to say as not
Right.
an American.
But it's also he's listed on the Chicago press release, which came out in August.
Right. That's why I'm confused because
Which
his
is
World
wait,
Athletics
what?
isn't updated, but he's been running the U.S. Championships as a
I'm
U.S.
gonna go.
athlete.
I'm gonna guess he's eligible now, but no, isn't there
For
some
the
sort
sake
of
of
waiting?
patriotism, my whole team is American, for the record.
What about the waiting period? Because there might be a waiting period where you're
Yeah.
they'd be like, sure, you can run the race, but there has to be some sort of blah blah blah. I do think I'm realizing we're sort of like sponsors. I've heard of athletes running 209, and then sponsors telling them hey, that was good, but we kind of want to see a second performance before we invest in you. We hear those stories. So I'm just looking up Ryan Ford and being like, the man ran 2800 at Boston. Okay, but I'm not ready to get too excited yet. I need to see. No, I don't know why. It's a very good run. I should know more about him. I should be more hyped, but I'm not. I'm ready to go for it.
Yeah. So the best, the fastest PR on the women's side that we didn't choose was Bedetu Herpa on the women's side with 2:18:27, and on the men's side was Timothy Kiplagat 2:02:55. And I really don't understand why he wasn't picked by anybody. It doesn't really make any sense.
Just too
Yeah,
slow.
what are we gonna do? He only ran second at Tokyo.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah,
try.
I feel like
not good enough for the relay draft.
Second twice.
What if he's still tired?
got a
That's
chip.
why I was worried
He's got a
about.
chip on his shoulder. He's gonna go out too aggressive. All that stuff. Does anybody have any friends that they have running that they are have been training their butts off and they're just I hope that they do well? We don't really count Erika. Your friends.
Yeah,
are
I
all,
do.
on
I
this
was
list.
going to
My man
say
Ted
that's
Jordan.
why I voted for half of my team.
Yeah. No, you don't count Erika. What?
I want to give a shout out to one of my training buddies, Ted Jordan, Rhode Islander. He's a good friend of mine. Been working hard, and he hasn't gotten past that 3:30 mark in the marathon. For him has kind of been the bugaboo. He's a Masters runner, so obviously, he's a really strong guy to be able to run that fast at that age. With that said, he did hire a new coach recently. His training has looked pretty good from afar, so I'm excited for him.
Are you his
That-
new coach?
Are you the
I
coach?
am
His new
not.
coach.
It was
Okay,
like,
all right. He's
Ted,
hired
why
a
is
new
he
coach,
coach?
so I think
I think
this is further
things are gonna go
promising.
great.
I love nothing more than when I plan out training like myopic view of like what is best for the athlete, but then you hear about like in the aftermath of a long run. I love nothing more than when someone's like, oh yeah, so I like sent it to my training, like other people I run with, and like different people who were faster than me helped me on like some of the surge miles, and you're like, so I basically created chaos for like a group of people I've never met. Like that's wonderful. We are fast tapering because the man has put in some real work, and so we're fingers crossed that the taper continues because he's ready to rip. It's gonna be fun. Where will you guys be on course? Where should people look for you?
That's a good question.
Tommie does not seem like he's planned this trip all that well.
Well, I mean, I guess
He'll
welcome
physically
to-
be in the Chicago area.
I'll be there. Like, I mean, what do you want me to do? I went all the way there to see Kelvin Kiptum run his race, and I only saw him in the beginning. And I took too long BSing around, sitting at mile 2, watching everybody turn their corner to get to mile 17, and somehow he got past mile 17 before I got to mile 17, and it's right there.
He's ready.
So
It's
I'm not telling you where I am. All I know is for sure that I'll at least see the lead packs go through once, and I will absolutely see Jared Butler. You know Jared, right, Kofuzi?
Jared Butler,
Yeah.
the actor.
No.
That's
not-
Gerard Butler.
No.
They-
No, Jared Butler, he's been training as Butler. I think he's like shooting for like 245 or something like that. So I'm like, I have to see him go by at least once, and hopefully the lead pack once. So that's where I'll be, somewhere.
Erika, have you cheered on the Chicago Marathon?
No, I've only been to the Chicago airport, but I've been there like
Okay.
hundreds of times. But I've yet to be in the city of Chicago ever.
Well, it's a wonderful experience, but cheering, if you're looking for an individual on course
Mm-hmm.
and they're not in the top, 30 men, like it is a physically intense, almost nauseating experience of like, I have to focus here, but like, you better know exactly what their kit looks like, and it's very confusing.
Oof.
If you go to like,
That's good to know.
I love that stretch between like 16 and 17 and a half or so, that one straight street. That's like a perfect spot because by then everybody's a little spread out. They actually need you because it's a little quieter down that stretch. Yeah, Peacemakers, like cheer squad will be like probably at like 16 or so, something like that. It's a good vibe. So yeah, go to that back half. Pretty easy.
I'm like pretty sure Brooks will have like a somewhat formal cheer zone. I just have no idea where it is yet.
Yeah, I can't remember if I've seen.
But I just need to be as close to the course as possible because I cannot see over anybody. I would just like hear people screaming and assume there's runners running by. So I need to be like on the front lines.
I'll be
Yeah.
running around trying to follow people. So
Oh,
I'll
we
be
know.
at the start, and then the middle, and then
Oh,
the
we
end.
know. If you want to
Live
see,
streaming.
if you want to see Mike on the course, just watch the live stream.
No, I
Yeah.
I try not to be on TV,
But
and they
you're on
usually
TV
try
every
to
time.
not- they try to not put me on TV. I feel like they very specifically cut away whenever I might be in the shot, so I feel better about that. But yeah, because I'm not trying to be on. That's not why I run by. I don't run to be on TV myself, but I'll be at the finish line or in the East Grandstands or whatever. So wherever they let you buy tickets to, not the really close one that is like all Nike people. The other side.
I'm just having the best time over here thinking about like them in the command center of these things. Like, oh god, there's that guy again. Cut from the perfect picture of the lead pack. Get off of that. Let's go somewhere else. Cut to like a Bud Light commercial or something because this guy's on here again. I don't think that they cut away from you, Mike.
Well, maybe they don't. That even
They
better
love
if
you.
they don't.
They love it.
They'd have to be pretty dialed. They'd have to be really dialed into the background.
I just don't like. I don't want to become an issue. Let me run around if that's cool. If it's gonna be a problem, we'll figure something else out. But hopefully, it's not an issue.
I don't know. The fact of the matter is, Mike Coe is one of the 50 most popular runners in America. I think at this point, from a YouTube and social media presence
That's
perspective,
true, Mike.
in terms of if you just had the top 100 most popular runners in America by any standards, from people recognizing them on the street. I feel
Yeah.
like you'd be in that list, no doubt about it.
I mean, it shows okay. I'm just, he's not going to say it. It shows if you've ever walked with him in public,
Yes.
it's like, that's the problem, They're
Yeah,
like,
you're
"Excuse me,
invisible.
kid."
If you're next to Mike in public, you are furniture. You people just
Excuse
walking
me,
right past you,
Kipchoge.
sitting on you. They don't care.
Yeah, like Kipchoge was quoting like the all humans are possible or whatever, and he just like moved into the side, and there goes Kofuzi. Let's take a picture with him. Yeah, I'm sure your picture's like somewhere like in the command center, like a Walmart, like a guy who like steals from Walmart often, like has your picture up. It's just like, yeah, this guy. Be careful.
Yeah. All right.
All right, before we get going, Mike, do you have a what's it called, like a shakeout or group run over the weekend?
Yeah, we'll have one on Saturday morning, 10 o'clock at the Fleet South Loop location. My friends John and Wesley are going to be there. Between the three of us, there's one 7-star finisher, 4 LA Marathon first place finishes, 2 Boston Marathon finishes, a Chicago Marathon first place finish, and a Chicago second place finish. And then bring in coffee. So it'll be fun if anyone wants to join us.
I'm just gonna press on this a little bit further. When you say my friend,
This made it sound like they were your neighbors.
could you say
Right.
their last names, please, sir?
The
My friends John and Wesley.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the type of stuff we're talking about here, Mike. Yeah, Mike is.
I borrowed their lawnmower, so they're joining me on the group run.
The fastest man on the field will be in the shakeout with Mike
Well, I don't think
and
he's
his
running.
brother.
He'll be there. He'll be there to, I think, take some pictures with people and say hi to everybody.
He's not running the
But-
shakeout.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll probably do his own,
Yeah, probably. Smart.
which is
smart.
understandable. But yeah, come say hi to the Career brothers.
I was gonna say, wait, you literally met John Career?
Yes.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Wesley career. And
Yeah.
Wesley career is
Jeez.
not. Yeah.
Super chill.
And you
Should be
have to
hanging
let
out.
him know that I drafted him.
Yeah, right. That's who you were talking to.
It'll be the most wholesome meetup ever. Hello, my friend John. Meet my friend Peter. It'll be like you guys are on the same level.
Peter, are you going to come?
I'm not there this year, sadly. I had so much fun
Okay.
last year. Yeah.
Okay.
And we all ran into each other on the course. Like it was a day to remember, but not this year. No.
All right. You will be missed.
Super fun. Wait, and then also Lindsay would be pissed at us. Lindsay, if you're listening to this, we almost forgot to mention the live show, I think on Saturday. Yes.
Saturday, 4 o'clock.
Yes. 4
Okay,
o'clock.
Saturday, 4 o'clock
Expo.
on the expo stage. Lindsay has a variety of other events. That whole expo stage is packed with really interesting people. But also Tommie gets to stand up there, so that's nice too.
All right, Peter, you want to wrap it up? You want to just sit here staring at each other?
I was just going to smile for a while.
Well, I'll be following from afar and can't wait to see dispatches from all of your social medias. And everyone racing, may the racing gods be with you. It's going to be wonderful. See you out there, friends.